Hey everybody, happy Saturday to you all. Welcome to the stream and welcome to another day in Azeroth. Hope everybody is doing fantastic. Talon, Amy, Geo, Anubis, Dante, Carrie, welcome everybody. What is new? What is good? We are going to start things off with a little bit of fishing. Which surprisingly is pretty far behind some of our other professions, including tailoring. I did work on a little bit of tailoring before the stream. I made a bunch of bolts, and I made a bunch of the green pants. And I actually fired all of the green pants off to my bank alt. And I wonder, like, does it make sense to have a bank alt or a character eventually that can disenchant stuff and then sell the materials on the auction house? I was thinking, like, does that make sense? In the grand scheme of things, if we're making greens on the priest and then we're going to be making greens on a jewel crafter, like, I think firing all those off to the bank alt and either having that character or, like, designating a different character to be the disenchanter is probably the way to go. Like, I don't ever want to do enchanting. Like, don't get me wrong. I just want to disenchant and then sell the mats. If that could be lucrative. I'm only assuming that the mats have some kind of value at higher levels. Maybe they don't. But then I guess the other side of that is you would have mats to provide to your alts. So if you wanted that sick Crusader enchant, instead of having to go spend a bunch of gold on the auction house, you would already have the mats on another character. Just some ideas that have been brewing. Yeah, at some point you'll have to level the character past, like, is it level 20 that you have to get to open up the higher levels of the professions? Yeah, at some point you'd have to level it a bit. That's why I don't think it would be a bank alt. Maybe it would just be an alt down the road that just has enchanting for the sole purpose of disenchanting stuff. And then maybe they also take herbalism just to gather herbs. You know, they disenchant, they gather herbs while they level up. I don't know. I've just been thinking of, like, ways to try to create a better ecosystem for alts. You know, like, if I'm gonna play a bunch of alts, like, what kinds of things can I do that would be smart, that would help me make money and supply those characters with stuff? Money and stuff, and how to get more of it. It's just like real life. Wayne, welcome to the stream. Chaos, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us today. Oh, we're capped out. 75. Okay. Yeah, let's just stay capped out there for now. Is there anything else I want to do professions-wise? I don't think so. I think I want to head right out to find the messenger. I think that's what we want to do. I don't think I have to go back to Stormwind for anything. We're all trained up to level 16. Let's see if we can go track down the messenger, do the escort quest. The problem is this right here. I really need to get this done. I think I have to go do that stuff first. I can't do dead mines anyway until I do those quests. Because if I do dead mines with those in my log, they're going to go gray. And the one going gray is fine, but the other one is part of a chain, and I don't want it to go gray. I want to be able to get full XP. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Well, I'm excited to get into Dead Mines, but I just don't want to lose Quest in my eagerness. I'm gonna head back to Lac Modan. On Wings of Love, good morning to you and welcome to the stream. We gotta start fishing up bristle whisker catfish if we want to keep our cooking going. I think we'll start finding a lot of these in Red Ridge? I think Red Ridge has bristle whisker. We might be able to fish them up in Stormwind too. Like maybe on an uncommon basis. Boar ribs, crawler meat. I feel like I also just need more recipes. On Wings of Love, thank you so much for the super chat. And for the words. I really appreciate that. Thanks for that, and thanks for being here with us today. And yeah, to your point, we talked about it a little bit. The way a lot of people experience games today, like just games in general, and the way that they approach games is like... it doesn't seem to always be just about enjoying it. And I think the design of games is more to blame than, you know, I don't know if people are different or if the design of games is kind of carving people in a certain direction, and like getting their brains to seek endorphins through a certain series of tasks that more resemble work than anything else. I don't know, it's weird. A lot of modern games are made for, in modern WoW is like this, it's made for optimum engagement. They want you to be engaged at all times. There's gotta always be buttons to push. There always has to be like stuff on the map to do. You know, if you look at your map in modern WoW, you're gonna have world quest, you're gonna have side quest, you're gonna have world events, you're gonna have rare spawns, you're gonna have world bosses. It's constant engagement. So there's never a moment when you're not being directly engaged by the game. But what happens then is that there's no time, there's no space, and there's no silence for immersion to happen. It's almost like at some point game developers got confused. And they started to mistake engagement for immersion. And they started to build, WoW in particular, but most games made by AAA studios nowadays, they started to build their games around the idea of continuous engagement and not creating immersion. And yeah, I don't know. There's nothing to do about it, because sometimes you find really good indie games that are great at immersion. But in the AAA space, and especially in World of Warcraft, like, there isn't immersion in modern WoW. There's non-stop over-engagement. Oh, we went too far. Non-stop over-engagement, billions of things to do, collect, click, but no time to sink into the world. No time to spend time, like in an area, just with your character and your thoughts, and get immersed in the landscapes and what you're doing. There's no opportunity for it anymore. That's what I think, anyway. Well, we've seen games with immersion have tremendous success. Think about Elden Ring. Elden Ring was a game that is like basically pure immersion. There's hardly anything of substance to engage with. The story is vague, the characters are vague, you don't always know what you're supposed to do. And yet people loved Elden Ring. It was a huge success. And that game is all about immersion. You're constantly being immersed. Because a lot of times you have no idea what the hell is going on. And then Crimson Desert. Crimson Desert is another game. It's like there's not a main story. It looks like a game that would have a main story. It doesn't. It has a setup, and then it just has this tremendous open world with all these side quests and things to do, and people seem to love Crimson Desert. It did incredibly well. So I think we are seeing some instances where games are being made that intentionally or not, they're leaning back towards immersion. And when they lean towards immersion, they become critical successes. And when it's just a game that wants to get you on a battle pass, wants to get you doing daily activities, wants to get you doing weekly activities, like those games are starting to fail more and more, I think. That's why nobody wants new looter shooters anymore. Everybody's sick of it. Sorry, my phone's going off. My wife is traveling home today from Florida. She went to Florida to see her eldest son graduate high school, which is amazing. She's flying home today. But yeah, I think that games definitely can succeed when they're made with soul. If you make a game that is a piece of art, like Elden Ring, like Crimson Desert, Black Myth Wukong was another one. If you make a game that's a piece of art, people are going to engage with it. Because people can feel innately, even if you're not a game critic, even if you're like not like on that level of things, like you can feel when a game is made with soul by artists and when a game is made by corporate employees with the sole intention of making money. Like, it's becoming obvious. Like, they can't hide it anymore. And I think the games that are art, like, over time here, hopefully we'll see those games come back to the forefront. Because I think people are getting really fed up with AAA, just bullshit games. Will I go back to hardcore at some point? Maybe. Hardcore is always on my mind. It's really too bad they didn't do hardcore TBC servers. I think a lot of people would have enjoyed that. It's hard to play hardcore when TBC is on the table. You know what I mean? Especially for me. Like, I love TBC. To me, it's like the perfectly balanced version of classic era is like TBC with all the TBC changes. So it's hard to play hardcore while TBC is on the table. It's tough. Mr. Santa, welcome to the stream, buddy. I think if there was like, if for some reason hardcore got really hype and lots of people were back into it, then that could be exciting. I don't really see that happening until TBC has died down some. If it does. With the pace they're going to move through TBC, I don't know if there's going to be time for TBC to die down some before Wrath is out. And the biggest problem now is that they make games that will help the investors, not the players. Yeah, it's just about prioritizing, like, why are you making the game? If the reason for you making the game is that you need to make money, then you're not going to make a very good game. Like, you don't start from that point. When you're trying to make art or make something amazing, you don't start from the point of, okay, we need to make money, what kind of game are we going to make to do that? You start from the point of, aha, I have this amazing idea for a game in my head. Let me talk to you about it. And then you talked about it, and then the other people on your team are like, oh, aha, this is amazing. Now I have amazing ideas. Let me tell you some of my amazing ideas. And it's the spontaneous act of creation. And it comes from an idea that blossoms in somebody's mind. You know, it like grows the way art does inside of us until it finds a way to express itself. And so when you make games like that, you have a high chance of making a really good game. But when you make anything from the standpoint of how are we going to make money, the thing that you make is not quality, and the thing that you make doesn't last. Look at all the products we buy and use today in modern society, especially in America. Where, like, we buy all these things and we're obsessed with making things as quickly as we can, and we make them as cheaply as we can make them so we can all have all the things, and then the things don't last. Inevitably they break, they fall apart, they malfunction, then you have to buy new things. And they're designing games the same way. You know, it's a way to make a buck. It's a way to fill a desire that they see in the marketplace. Like, oh, people like these looter shooters. There's a market niche for these looter shooters, let's make some, we can make money off of this. And then they make it, it falls apart, nobody likes it because it isn't art, and it's immediately obvious. And I think people are too keen on that stuff nowadays, and I don't think that kind of game is going to continue to be made much longer. I think Concord was the turning point. Concord was the turning point when like people are not going to go in for that kind of crap anymore. They don't want it. And you're not going to convince them to want it by telling them how much money it costs to make it. That's... But guys, we spent $300 million on Concord. Don't you want to play it? No, it looks awful. All the characters look dumb as hell. Why would I ever want to play it? I don't even want to look at the screenshots. But they thought, you know, this is going to be a great way to make money. And it wasn't. Oh no, see, Mr. Santa, I disagree. I don't have any amazing ideas. Well, I don't have any amazing ideas on that scale. If I had amazing ideas on that scale, I would have become a writer, which I tried to do for decades, and it just never really materialized, because no, my ideas aren't that great. But I think a lot of us would work well on a team of creators, but as far as being the person that has like the initial world bloom inside their head, because that's really what it takes. It takes a person to make a game like this, especially. It takes a person with just this idea of this world that comes into their head, and it keeps growing at such a rapid pace that they can't keep it in, and they have to share it with others, and then it becomes like a passion project. But I'm not that person that has those ideas. I don't know what that feels like. Obviously a lot has to happen after that to come together to make the game, but I couldn't make a game. At the most, I could be a contributor to conversations about a game, but I definitely couldn't make one or conceive one. That's how you have hope for Classic Plus, but you think they're making it, they're gonna make it a cash grab. We don't have any information yet about anything about how much it's gonna cost to play Classic Plus. Now here's the question that you have to ask yourself, and be honest. You know, you've been playing Classic for just your sub price for a long time now. What is gonna seem like a cash grab? If they just attach a price tag to Classic Plus and say you gotta pay $49.99 for it, is that a cash grab? Or is that just them charging the price of a new product? And what is an okay price for Classic Plus? Like, what are you okay with? What are you willing to pay for a box copy of Classic Plus? Because you have to expect there will be some kind of cost for this development. And so I think we have to like define what a cash grab is. I would like to pay $49.99 for my box copy of Classic Plus. I think I'd feel really good about that. Because listen, it's not like they're making a full game from scratch, right? And it's not like they're making like a shiny game with a bunch of new technology. They don't have to develop any new technology. The tech is already there. So there isn't a lot of startup cost in making Classic Plus. You can pretty much hit the ground running on it right away, which I'm sure they did. And so like I don't think I'd feel okay paying like AAA brand new game price. Like I'm not going to pay $79 or $89 for Classic Plus. And so I hope that the price is like $39 or $49 for the box. And then of course I'm still subbed, so my sub remains the same. And so in my opinion, that would not be a cash grab. Now if they wanted $89.99 for the basic copy, and they wanted $109 for early access, and there was a cash shop right out the gate, and there was a WoW token right out the gate, and there were bundles right out the gate, then I would say, well, maybe that's a little bit of a cash grab. So I think it's like a matter of like, but you have to kind of have an idea before you go in, like, what's a cash grab and what's a reasonable transaction in the marketplace. I want to pay $49.99, and I don't want the WoW token, and I don't want a cash shop. Yep. I do want transmog. I do want a transmog system in Classic Plus. I'm sorry. I do. But I don't want paid cosmetics or any kind of cash shop bullshit. I would be okay with a trading post type deal as long as all the currency for the trading post is earned by playing the game. I think the trading post is a cool idea. The problem comes when you start creating ways to purchase the resources for the trading post, like outside of the game itself. I don't know. I can tell you, you guys, they're gonna try to make money off of it, right? Like, we don't know how much money. We don't know if it'll be manipulative or if it'll be taking advantage of our wallets, but we do know they're going to make money off of it. They're gonna have to. I think we need to be okay with that first and foremost. A bot-free game? I don't. How do you do like? How do you get rid of bots like entirely though? See, this is weird because some people have a huge problem with bots. I don't notice bots at all. I have never had an interaction really that I can think of that I thought like, well, damn, bots are ruining this game for me. But maybe it's people that interact with the economy side more of things. Maybe because I'm not big into the economy, like maybe I don't notice the bot problem. But like I never have a problem. I just run around like everybody's a bot to me. Like any of these, you could be a bot. Like you're probably a bot because you're a hunter. You're probably a bot. You're running kind of stupid. Like anybody could be a bot, or they could be players. And so for me, like it never affects me. But obviously it affects somebody somewhere in some way. What if the bots are AI bots and they have, you know, are they enough of a person then that they could play the game? What if it's a bot with an AI and the AI actually enjoys playing WoW? Would that be okay? Theoretically speaking. And Mr. Santa, you want transmog too? Yeah, I think transmog is just good. I think having a transmog system in a game is good. Especially if you're going to make more and more and more content. Like if you have Classic Plus and you're going to make Classic Plus expansions, like I think having things like transmog in from the beginning would be a good idea. Because what I don't want to see... What I don't want to see is like, you know, in WoW originally, it's like they keep adding features, right? They keep adding stuff and adding stuff and adding stuff and adding systems. Like, I don't want to constantly do that if we proceed through Classic Plus, through expansions. I don't want a back-of-the-box feature. Like, I don't want glyphs, and oh, now we're adding transmog, and like, I just want all the shit it's gonna have from the beginning. Like, I don't want every expansion for the developers to have to spend a bunch of time making some shitty back-of-the-box feature to try to sell box copies. Like, I just want them to make really good content. I want them focused on making new zones. I want them focused on making new dungeons, new raids, new delves, because yes, there will be delves from the beginning. Obviously, delves are an amazing thing, right? Yeah, I want all the features in the game from the first go at it. If you're gonna have transmog, put it in right away. If you're gonna do delves, put them in right away. I don't want to keep getting features added expansion after expansion. I think that's really lame. A lot of the features are left dead on the cutting room floor after the expansion passes, and I feel like it's a huge waste of development time that should be going into building the world that players will play in for decades to come. I mean, look at glyphs, how they started off as this bolt-on character power, and then over time just kind of got relegated into like cosmetics. Like nobody thinks about glyphs anymore, but think about all the time they must have spent on glyphs originally to figure it all out. Think about all the time they must have spent each expansion as they like slowly diminished the power of glyphs in a calculated manner over time. Like think about all the brain power that shit took. I don't want them spending their brain power on stuff like that. It's limited. I want the brain power to go into making the world and making the zones that we're going to level up in and play in for the rest of time. That's what I want to see. We still don't have all the teeth we need. This is incredible. Dragon's Bane, you made over 2,000 gold a day selling glyphs and wrath. That's amazing. And then every expansion after that, you saw your income decrease. What a bummer. That must have been a bummer. Think about all the time people put into their artifact weapons in Legion just to flush them down the toilet at the end of it. Like, oh, I'm glad I spent 500 hours grinding artifact power. Now, I didn't spend 500 hours grinding artifact power because I didn't have 500 hours and I just stopped playing the game instead. But imagine being a person who did spend 500 hours farming your artifact power just to flush it down the toilet at the end of the expansion in a crappy little cutscene that tried to explain away like everything that was going on. It must have felt pretty bad. Oh, at some point we leveled up. Nice. We are putting another point into wand spec. We are up to 15% increased damage with wands now. This has actually been a decent area for copper. Has it not? We finally passed 65, so next time we come across tin, we'll actually be able to get it. And next time we're in town, we can train tin smelting. Will I play as a Shadow Priest? At max level, we're going to heal. I mean, leveling up, we're going to be part Discipline, part Shadow. And then once we're later in levels, I will have a Shadow spec, and then I will have a Holy spec. But we're not going to really worry about making it too specific until probably when we're in Outland. Once we're in Outland, we'll, you know, for sure by then have like a mostly Shadow spec and then our Holy healing build. But the goal for dungeons is healing. Like, this is my healer. We're gonna do Holy Priest healing. Holy Priest healing so we don't piss off all the rage tanks. Because there's nothing a rage tank hates more than a bubble. And I don't want to, as cool as Discipline can be, I don't want to be the bubbly healer stopping everybody from getting rage, because we have seen mostly bear tanks, and bear tanks need to get hit. There we go. That took a while, but we got it done. Do I want to do anything else while I'm here? I'm going to see what level the follow-up is. There's a follow-up for the kill quest. If the follow-up is green, then we'll do it. If the follow-up is yellow, then we'll get out of here. Yeah, I mean, Discipline Priests are really only good for pally tanks. If you think about it. Nobody wants them when they have rage. It's just super annoying. And Discipline is really cool, and it's a real shame that it works out, that nobody wants them. Discipline is just a lot of bubbles. Like, you power up your power word shield, and you're stopping incoming damage more than you're healing damage taken. But rage users don't want you to stop incoming damage. They want to take the damage, so they get rage, and then they want you to heal them.
Be good.
And if you want to do that, you gotta go Holy. And I've never healed on a priest. The only characters I've like primarily healed on, I've healed on a paladin for most of the time, and I've healed on a druid for a while in Wrath of the Lich King originally.
Safe travels.
Yeah, see, this is level 15. We don't have to do this right now. We have quite a while before it thinks about going gray. We always had one disc priest on our team, like in my guild. Our raid leader was a holy priest, and then we had a disc priest, and then I was a pally healer.
See you soon.
And that was typically like how we went about things. And then if for whatever reason we needed another healer, then we'd bring in like a druid or a shaman. But I don't remember what our tanks were. Well, in Wrath of the Lich King we had a DK tank. I think we did DK and then warrior off tank. My real life buddy was the DK. He always, my buddy always wanted to be the new class, and when, especially if he could tank. Whenever there was a new class, he had to play that. When Blood Elves got Pally, he had to play a Blood Elf Pally. When Death Knights came into the game, he had to be the Death Knight. When Monks came into the game, he had to be the Monk. When Demon Hunters came into the game, he had to be the Demon Hunter. And like, in a way, it pissed me off. Because it always precluded me from playing those classes, because we were real life buddies for a while. We lived together. We did all of our playtime together mostly. And so like every time he would snatch up that new class, I was like, oh, damn, I can't play that too. Like, we can't both play a fucking Death Knight. For a while we both played monks. He went tank, I went heals, but I burned out. As soon as we got those, we power leveled those characters, got them to max level, and then he was tanking, I was healing. We did a bunch of heroics, and then I just burned out. That was the only time I got to play the new class, when it was actually new. That was random. Sorry for the tangent. Alright, let's see, what's this? Level 19, level 18, okay. Back to Westfall we go. Do I need to stop anywhere on the way? I don't think so, I think we're good. What do I like most about WoW and Classic that keeps me coming back? It feels like home. Like, it just feels cozy, you know? And on the one hand, I know lots of things, and on the other hand, every time you play a character, it's different. And I got lucky, and I'm a person that can enjoy multiple classes. I can enjoy multiple classes, I enjoy both the factions, I enjoy different races. And it just all feels cozy. But at the same time, like, unknown. It's a good balance of, like, knowing what to expect, but also, you know you're also in for surprises. Because, like, you don't want to know everything that's going to happen, right? That'd get old after a while. But you want to know some things that are going to happen, because otherwise it's too much anxiety. And so for me, it's kind of a perfect balance of, like, knowing what to expect, but knowing I have these surprises that are in store for me. That's as well as I can explain it. Well, I play Classic Plus when it eventually comes around, if I'm alive. You know, I'm I'm not getting any younger. Like, I'm 42 this year. I could die anytime. Historically, throughout the history of the human race, if we account for everything, the average life expectancy is 38 years old. Obviously, that's a little different nowadays, but yeah, I could drop dead anytime. I hope I get to play it. But I can't make any promises. It would have been nice if I could have got Classic Plus when I was like 36. Have a decade of good years left in me. Mr. Santa, there's interesting things happening in ESO. Class refresh, ESO on Xbox, PC, also the difficulty slider. Yeah, I'm planning to attempt a playthrough when the difficulty slider is in the game on June 4th, I believe that is. I'm gonna check out ESO again. I always said, you know, I've said this in every single playthrough I tried on ESO, I said if the combat was actually combat, then I would probably really like this game. Because the world is amazing, the immersion is top tier immersion, voice acting is great, the stories are great, I love the characters that we come across. But damn, it's like a walking simulator with how stupid easy the combat is while you level up right now. You just can't get into any of the classes because it's not hard enough to kill anything. You don't care about your button pushing. You just click them and like auto attack them down. And you can do that basically forever. But so yeah, I'm gonna crank it all the way up to prestige or whatever the 300% one is. We're gonna go max difficulty. I'm gonna do a fire dragon knight build. I started that one like last time we streamed it, and I was like, oh, this is probably a really fun build. I like this. We had like a fire whip. That was really cool. I like whips. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna do it as a recorded series though. And I hope it's good. I hope that, you know, having to push the buttons, having to think about my abilities, having to block sometimes or dodge sometimes, I hope that adds something to the experience that can keep me with it. Because man, ESO is a game that I would love to love. But the combat has been, you know, heretofore so bad that I haven't been able to stay with it. Karen, good evening to you and welcome to the stream. Alright, let's look at the inventory. Let's go sell some junk before we head out. Maybe we could smelt a little bit. Ooh, yeah, let's go ahead and just smelt. Is there a vendor? There's a vendor at the inn, but let's go ahead and smelt this stuff. I want to get whatever skill ups we can from smelting, but because eventually this is going to go gray, right? Probably pretty soon. The Dragon Knight is the first refresh class. It's got more fire now. I want more fire, yeah. And now the tunes are cross-shared across the PC and Xbox. I'll tell you what, I fired it up on Xbox once. Compared to how it looks on my PC, which is not like an amazing PC. It just doesn't look that good on Xbox in my opinion. Something was off with like the shading or something. I think about, like, you know, I fired up FF14 on the Xbox, and FF14 looks good. Probably not as good as it would on my PC, but for some reason ESO just did not look good on my Xbox, and because I was gonna tool around with it on the Xbox like in the evenings, but I couldn't look at it. It was hard to look at. That sounds really rude, but that's how I felt. And it's probably just because it looks really good on my PC and I got used to that. Eags, good day to you, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us.
Well met.
All right. I think that's good.
Farewell.
We can learn the Westfall Stew. That's been hanging out in our inventory for a while. And now we go after the Messenger. Phase 1 of getting us into Deadmines. Level 17. I feel like we could heal this thing at level 17. We've got some pretty decent gear equipped. I've tried to get Intellect or Spirit or Stam on every slot that we could. And I feel like we did okay. He can be anywhere on the road. I'm gonna kind of head up here. We'll run the road all the way down to Moonbrook and see. With the amount of people we've seen, I don't know if people are going to be farming him at his spawn point. I've seen players, but not like piles and piles of players. Eags, thanks so much for the super chat, man. That is very kind of you, and I really appreciate that. Thanks so much. Alright, now technically he could be all the way up by the quarry. Kind of hoping that he's not. Let's see, we'll just run up the road a little bit and maybe get a little bit of a view of this intersection up here. I have found him up here several times in the past. But then we'll just run down to his spawn point from here. Yeah, I don't see him. I'll ask in general to see if anybody's got eyes on him. There we go. So does anyone have eyes on the messenger, or is he being killed at his spawn point? Alright, well, let's just run the road south and see if we come across him. Mr. Santa, I appreciate the info. I'm excited to get into it. I hope that it's good. Oh, here we go. Look at that. We got lucky. Perfect. Alright, and now if we can get the escort quest, we will be all set. If we get the escort quest, we can pop ourselves into the queue. Well, I think we have a couple of quests to pick up in Stormwind. If we want to try to do the ones outside of the instance, then we'd have to make a trip back to Stormwind really quick. You'd think if you were like a secret messenger for an underground organization of people that are slowly becoming terrorists, like that you wouldn't just walk out on the main road. Like maybe you'd travel through the hills and try to be covert in some manner. Just a thought. He's not a very smart messenger. Very nice. Let's go. I feel like there were two people standing there waiting for him, and I feel like those two people went AFK. And I feel like they're SOL. I can't invite you after taking it, bro. Like, me inviting him is not going to help him, right? It doesn't work that way. You have to click him. I can't invite him and share it. It doesn't work that way. You have to be in the group when it's clicked, or you have to click it. He's a little too slow on that one. They were both waiting there, and they were waiting there. The guy was there the whole time. I saw him there. You know, he was there when we walked up to turn in the messenger quest, so I don't know what they were waiting for. Maybe, like, I think they just went AFK. You know, they just weren't paying attention. Well, you know what they say. Well, they say lots of things, but, you know, you gotta be attentive. There it is. That's what they say. You snooze, you lose. It's a rough way of putting it, but it's 100% accurate. You snooze, you lose. They snoozed. That's a noose. Snoozing is a term for, like, sleeping or dozing. You snooze. It's also what we call the button on our alarms that postpones the alarm 10 more minutes. We hit the snooze button on it, like the alarm goes off and you hit snooze and it goes back to sleep for 10 minutes and then it wakes up. I don't know what happened there. What? What happened? Oh my god, he got hit once. No! Fuck. He got hit one time by a mob that we didn't pull. Somebody else pulled a pillager. Oh, shit. I don't understand what happened, but I'm not happy about it. Somebody else pulled the pillager? Pillaged a puller. Someone else pillaged a puller, and that puller walked up. And he slapped our guy once, and our guy, like, dematerialized. He dematerialized, like, after the mob reset, our guy, like, he vanished at a molecular level. Fucking gruesome. I don't like it. The traitor got what he deserved. Yeah, I mean, from a certain point of view, he absolutely did. That's my karma too, I guess, even though that's not what karma is. But we'll just say that's my karma, although it's completely inaccurate use of the word. Back to the waiting room on that one. Now we have to go snooze with all these other people. What's going to be funny is when they take the quest right in front of me and they run past me with him. That's going to be hilarious. And then I'm going to be like, can you invite me and share it? I got to drop it too because we failed it. So we have to abandon that one. And then we got to wait for this guy to respawn. Who knows how long that could take. Karma. Not the appropriate use of the word karma. Karma is actually not a judicious system that's meant to punish you for like things you did wrong in past lives. That's not what karma actually is. We use karma like that, or like karma is this system of law. It says like you slap somebody in your last life, so in this life you got cancer. No, karma is just what you do. It's really hard to explain what karma actually means in like Buddhism, but it just means like, it means what you do. And in Buddhism, everything is what you do. Like, if your heart stops, you stopped your heart. Not in the way that we mean, where like you made a choice, but even though it seems like it's something that happened to you, things don't happen to you. It's just also something that you do. And that's what karma really is. Karma is just what you do. That's it. You'd rather have the Karma Sutra. That's a thing too. I could get into the history of that, because I know a little bit of it, but I won't. Oh, this is gonna be a while, isn't it? The Kama Sutra was like, it was like a guidebook for like a certain class of people like in that time period. And it was a means of, obviously it was a means of pursuing physical pleasure. And it was literally a guidebook to like how one would do these things, because depending on like your caste, like you had a certain things you had to do in life to fulfill like what your life was before you could retire from the world. Eventually you could fulfill your role or your purpose, and then you could retire and become like a hermit. You'd go out into the wild and just be like a shaman or something. Actually, you'd be a shamanar. But like the Kama Sutra was just a guidebook to sex. Like it was exactly what it seems like, and it's just like they wanted them to be good at it. Like someone would reach like beyond adolescence, you would, if you were in that caste of people who was going to engage in that lifestyle, then they wanted you to know what you were doing. Yeah, here's what to do. There's no mystery about it or shame about it. Rambles after dark. No, I've been studying a lot of Buddhism, which gets into a lot of different cultures. Like it gets into ancient Chinese cultures, it gets into like ancient Indian cultures, and so like by studying Zen, studying Buddhism, you actually learn a lot about like the history of these different places and different times. It's really interesting stuff. All right, round 2. Like, how am I gonna make sure that what happened the first time doesn't happen this time? Because I've never had this happen before, where we've had the trader dematerialize. So, like, I guess we just have to cross our fingers. I don't know. Buff him. Damn straight. There we go. I wonder if I could... Oh, I can't bubble him, though. I should be able to bubble him. Well, what happened was we got the trader basically to Moonbrook. Another player had aggroed a Defias Pillager. That player ran away. The Defias Pillager for a moment dropped onto our trader, punched him once. Then the Defias Pillager evade bugged and reset, and our Defias trader just vanished. He like boof, like you could see his atoms flying apart, basically. And then he was gone. And I had failed the quest. And I've never had anything like that happen. Like, we didn't even pull the pillager, another player did. It was crazy. They know he's a traitor, right? He warned us, he's like, these people are gonna come after me. But it's just like, he took one hit, which didn't kill him. And then when the mob evade bugged, it was like he didn't know how to reset from that. He didn't know how to reset from... He got aggro not from us, but he got his aggro from another player, who then took off, and then his aggro on the mob vanished, so the game was like, you can't exist. The person who gave you aggro doesn't exist, the thing that aggroed you no longer exists, and so therefore you no longer exist. Like, that was what the game did, in some weird way. Because it didn't kill him, it hit him once, like he didn't die. It's the game just said, under these parameters, you can't be here right now. Poof, and he was gone. I wonder if there is a way to grief people with this. This is not how this works. This is not how this works. Like, this is not... why do people think they can invite to group and they can just be on this quest? It's not how it works. Or is he just killing pillagers? Like, I don't need a group for that. People are being so weird. No! 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 Don't do it! Son of a... Okay, he's fine. People, I don't want to be invited to groups. If you're inviting me to groups, don't bother. I'm not here for group stuff. Not until we do the dungeon. On Wings of Love, thank you for the membership. I appreciate that. The exclamation point disappeared. It did. It did disappear. I don't know if it's supposed to. I don't remember it disappearing in the past. I think we're gonna be okay. Just because the area seems really cleared out right now. Yeah, we've got one mob back here. I don't know if they're gonna be a problem or not. I don't think so. I think we're good. Maybe this person is simply trying to help me with the escort. Maybe that's all. It seems like they are intentionally guiding me, which I appreciate. I just don't want to be grouped up. Okay, we're safe, I think. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. So we go turn this in, and we can probably just queue up for Deadmines now. Or do we want to go back to Stormwind and grab the quest? We have the Gnomes quest for the boss. The only quests that we're missing are the ones that happen outside the instance. And so, if we're going to do those, maybe someone could just share them. Because they are shareable. I don't know if I need to go back to Stormwind just to get those. I have the boss one. Not that it gets us anything. What is this? 21 to 40, 16.9. No, see, the Greater Magic Wand is still the best thing going. It's the best thing we can do. You can go away. All right. Oh, that feels weird. It's the first time we've queued up as heals in a long time. I don't remember the last time we healed anything. It might have been back in like Cataclysm Classic or maybe even the beginning of MoP. I don't know, but we haven't healed anything in a while. Let's see if we actually get an invite. In the meantime, we'll just fly to Stormwind and pick up those quests. Unless we get an invite in the next like 10 seconds and everybody's already at the dungeon. I think there's also a quest up top, isn't there? It's not on the map, but I feel like there should be one more quest. Unless we're not at the right level. Maybe we have to be level 18 to get that one. Oh wait, nope. No, it should be up here. Let's go see. Yeah, the bandanas one. Like leather bandanas or whatever it is. I mean, there's not a lot of healers, so if people want to do a run, they're gonna have to invite us. So I don't see a ton of healers. Kind of a slow leveling day here. Not a lot of people in the queue for Deadmines today. I'll be popular as a healer. I'd probably be more popular as a tank. I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like going Druid right now. And Druid would probably be the only way I would tank.
What can I do for you?
And I just don't want to play a Druid yet. Leo, welcome to the stream, man. Hope you are doing well today. We tried tanking on the Pally on the Horde side. It's too mana costly. You're sitting and drinking like every other pull. You have to sit and drink. I watched a level 70 tank Manitombs, like a level 70 tank normal Manitombs, and even he had to sit and drink like every other pull. It was embarrassing, and I just don't want to sit and drink that much. And Warrior's nice, but you have to push so many buttons on the Warrior. And on the Druid you don't. Oh, this looks good. Priest, Warrior, 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 Shaman. Okay, I hope the Shaman is tanking. That would just tickle me. I think all Druid tanks do is swipe. Swipe, 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 some lacerate. You do a little bit of lacerate, and then mostly you swipe. And that's your AoE. And that sounds good. Like, I can definitely get into a dungeon, lacerate, lacerate, swipe, swipe, swipe. Swipe to victory. But I don't want to have to tab target, put sunders up on everybody. Like, warrior tanking is really powerful, but really a pain. And I don't think I want to do it. In Classic Plus, we need more ways to customize Druid forms, because I just like... I hate looking at the same bare ass for hundreds of hours, you know? Yeah, we don't get to spend a lot of time in our normal form. So like, I just want my bear form to look cooler, I want my cat form to look cooler, and more than anything else, I want to have a little bit of choice and a little bit of customization in how I look. And I want a barbershop, so when I get sick of being a blue cat or a blue bear, I can go be like a pink cat or a pink bear. Like, I need a cosmetic. I need to be able to change it up. Because when you're playing a character, like the character equips gear, the character look changes as you play, and so it keeps it fresh. Like as a druid, it's the same brown bear ass for 200 hours. The gameplay is great. I love being able to hop myself up and like basically take on anything, but bear ass, you know? There's only so much of it one can take. Okay, we got the quest. Wait, what is this? Oh, yeah. Let's go turn this. I forgot that we got the compass for Barros Alexton. Let's go turn that in. Yeah, and aside from the Night Elf cat form, I don't think the forms look very cool. A Night Elf cat form is the only form I think, well, that's a cool cat form, I like it. The Horde side one is ugly as sin. And both of the bears are just bears. There's nothing really cool about them, and I just wish they could look cooler, you know? Because you're not just a bear, you're a druid. You should look badass. I just want them to be able to get that in for Classic Plus, then maybe I'd play more Druid that way.
You need something? Safe travels.
Alright, so what's going on with the people in the meeting stone? Who do we got in the area? We have one person in the area. Oh, it looks like we're up. Yeah, it looks like we're heading back out there. I don't know where everybody else is. Galandrel Valley. I don't know where that is. Okay, the shaman's at Dead Mines, so we should be good. Yeah, the shaman's at Dead Mines, it says. I don't know where Galandrel Valley is. That's a new one. Risen, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us today. I gotta get coffee before we start this run. Oh, AFK real quick coffee. AFK real quick coffee refill. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, let's see, what do we got? He's trying to get the shaman to summon. I don't know if the shaman is like AFK or what's going on. I'm gonna start heading that way, just in case. Oh, can I? Yeah, I need to train fishing. Ooh, let's train fishing skill really quick.
Hey there.
Beautiful. Beauteous. Dead Mines run today. Dead Mines run right now, my friend. This moment. Will I do any battlegrounds? I never PvP. I just like I think the only way I would PvP is if I had friends, because PvP is only fun when you're PvPing with friends. Like going into a battleground solo just sounds like a huge bore. But if I was a person that had friends, it would be fun. Me and my buddy used to do some battlegrounds back in the day. We even had an arena team for a little bit. Just for fun, for nice. Yeah, but I don't have any friends anymore, so here we are. Oh god, there's lots of ore in here. Okay, let's drop down. Like, they're going ahead. Like, I'm the healer, but this healer has to mine some nodes. And I'm not gonna be ashamed about it. They're way ahead of me, so I'm sure if they're that far ahead, then they must be confident. I won't go out of the way to get nodes. I kind of want to, but there's enemies that way. Who needs a healer? Screw it. Oh, we gotta make some changes in edit mode. This is like overlapping me just a little bit. I mean, it's not a problem, but it's kind of gonna bother me. Definitely not doing the outside of the instance stuff, apparently. Alright, this is my first time in Dead Mines since TVC hit. So I haven't seen any of the loot changes or the new itemization on stuff. I haven't seen anything like that. I know when we did Ragefire Chasm, there was like all the bosses had blues. The loot was actually good. And all that stuff. But I don't know what it's going to be like here. I don't have a healing bar set up. That's something. Do I need a healing bar? Really? Not really. Not with the limited amount of buttons I have to push right now. Like, I know you don't want to bubble, my friend, but sometimes you're gonna have to take a bubble. Like, it's sad, but it's real. Give you a big ol' heal. And we're Well, that didn't take long. I don't have any water. I have 10 waters. God, I suck. What's my problem? What the fuck is wrong with me? I don't know what's wrong with me. You know what's wrong with me? Like, I'm not a healer. I don't heal. I have no reflex to get water. I have no reflex to stock up on shit like that. Like, I'm just bad at it. Oh. This group is in for a miserable time with me. Just a miserable fucking time. We got 9 milks. I don't know how we're gonna drag that out for a whole run. It's gonna be a game in itself to drag that out for the whole run. Alright, I mean, you guys all want heals, but I don't got mana. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Van Cleef pay big for your heads.
Oh, there you go. Very nice. So he dropped the two-handed mace. 11 stamina on that mace. We might be able to get through this if I'm, like, just really careful about my mana. But I don't like how stupid I am. I didn't pick up any water. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, we had plenty of opportunity to get water. We need level 15 water now. I've gotten used to not needing water as we solo. Like, when we just don't need it. This is not a very, like, mana efficient, like, group to heal, though, seeing as how, like, they're all melee, they're all pulling aggro constantly. It's kind of a shit show to heal this group. Everything you see on my screen is a setting within the edit mode. Like every change to the UI that looks weird is just done in edit mode. And you can use the raid style frames right here is where you click and you enable that, then you can move it around, reshape it, all that stuff. But none of it's an add-on. Everything is just in-game. Hey, we got our first tin node. That's nice. I don't downrank my heals. There's no reason to downrank my heals. What I will do instead is wait until the person is missing more health. And then I'll just use the heal that I have. And then I'll heal them to full. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not going to downrank my heals just so I can spam them. I'm just going to wait until they're missing a lot of health. And then I'm going to fill them with a lot of health. And that's how I heal. And it's never been a problem. I don't downrank my spells. I use my most powerful ranks, and I just use them judiciously. And I try to be aware of not overhealing. Yeah, it doesn't matter, because like I either have to spam a bunch of low rank heals, or I just wait and hit the big rank once. You know what I mean? Like, it balances out. And so if you just want to sit there and mindlessly spam like a small heal, like, you can do it that way. You can ba 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 ba, and that'll minimize your overhealing. Or you can just kind of pay attention and think like, okay, he doesn't really need a heal, let's give him a renew instead. And then you can wait until they're missing more HP to give them the big heal. It's just different ways to play. Like, it's not neither way is wrong or right, but it's just about what you prefer. I prefer to use the big ranks and wait till they're low on HP. Probably scares some tanks, but they deserve it. One-handed dagger with crit strike. So the good thing is that they're consistently dropping blues from these bosses in a way that did not happen in vanilla. So like the new itemization is here, the new itemization is good. This is one of the reasons why TBC is the best version of Classic, is because they fixed the dungeon loot. The lower level dungeons are actually worth doing for loot, because they actually have loot now. Like loot you want to equip. I feel like what I have is pretty good, but that's damage and healing by 7. I'm giving up stamina and spirit. I'm gonna pass on that. I want it anyway. I want it on the greed roll. I don't know if I need it, because I like my spirit and my stamina. We can play with it here. Like, we can maybe play with it here in the dungeon. I think out in the open world, I'd want to have my stamina and my spirit, though. You know? Someone's healing him. Like these guys are getting heals by somebody who's not me. Like I don't know if the shaman has stepped in to throw some heals. I appreciate that. Like not his role at all, but yeah, like bro, you want to throw some heals out in a clutch situation? Like that's awesome. Definitely feel free. Just saving me mana at this point. Oh, Fade, yeah, Talon, thank you. Yeah, it's the one time I can actually use Fade. Alright, down to 7 milks. I think we might do it, but I think it's going to be a close one. We're probably going to burn through all these milks once we get onto the boat. I wish we had a mage. Why are we pulling ads? Like, why are we pulling more shit? Why is the DPS running off and pulling shit? We had a perfectly manageable pull right in front of us already. Absolutely no reason to pull more shit with the amount of AoE that characters have at this level being 0 AoE. There's no reason to stack groups up like this. There's every reason to fight them 2 at a time, 1 at a time if you can, but there's absolutely no reason to group them up at level 17 in a game where nobody has AoE spells. Like, come on. It's just stress the healer. If they knew I had no water, they wouldn't be doing this. No, they're just used to playing other versions of the game, that's all. They're just used to playing other versions of the game where you pull a bunch of ads together and group them up. This is going to be a shit show here. We just got like 3 more guys, 4 more guys. The shaman just starts healing. He's like, oh god, this healer can't do it. I better get in there. Healing in Classic is not that stressful. The health bars move slowly in Classic. In Retail, there's just spike damage and someone's either alive or they're dead. But in Classic, like, the health bar goes down at a slower rate unless something really, really stupid has happened. And it's not really that stressful. It can be annoying sometimes. Like, sometimes DPS pull extra and they do annoying shit, but it's par for the course. We got leather pants, stamina, and spirit on these. That's great for a druid, which we don't have. And a green sword. No, he's not going to drop any. No caster loot's going to drop in this run. Obviously. We're going to see a lot of melee stuff, and we're going to see a lot of druid gear. It's probably going to be it. The gloves drop, but I don't need them. Like, they're a side grade, if anything, because I already had really good gloves. So it doesn't count, because I don't need it. That's how I see it. Cool. He gave me a mana potion. It's like, I see you're struggling with mana. I am. But only because I can't drink. We have 3 small mana pots, and I might as well use them. Oh, that's a really small mana pot. That does basically nothing for us. So that's fun. It doesn't do enough to be useful. I'm not going to drink up, so you might as well pull. There you go. Alright, there's our bandanas done. Did they get rid of the patrollers, or are we still gonna... Oh, look at that. Guess that answers that question.
You there! Check out that noise! We're under attack! Avast, you swabs! Repel the invaders!
These guys are level 20. So I was not expecting them to be orange. At least we don't have to hit them. We are out of mana now. That's fun. The milk isn't even enough to get all of our mana back. Oh, Jesus. Ugh. I just need to delete this character and start again, I think. How do I get back up? I don't even know how to get back up. Not over this way. I have a, well, I mean this way, sure, but I have a mob I have to avoid. That's great. Ugh. Fucking absolute fail. I almost get too distracted by shit healing. I get too focused on my little health bars. Like, I just get too distracted. I stop looking at the game. I don't know if I like it.
Landlubbers are tougher than I thought. I'll have to improvise. Ugh, now you're making me angry.
How am I out DPSing both of the warriors on a boss with just my wand? Like, how is that happening exactly? Another two-handed mace? Like, how many two-handed maces do we need to have drop in one run? Yeah, I'm really curious, like, how in the hell did I out DPS them on this fight with just my wand? Really strange, especially because I had to peel back to heal a couple times. It's not really a good look. Now this warrior, they got enchants. They got Crusader on one, they got Fiery on the other, and they are kicking ass. And then the one guy, well, he's the tank, so what are you gonna do? But then the other one is like, maybe he's just a really low level. Level 15! Oh, shoot. Well, that explains it all. Level 15. Oh my god, I didn't know you could get in here at level 15. Oh my, he's oh yeah, that's what it is. They can't hit. Even the tank is level 17, which is kind of low for a tank in my opinion. Yeah, it's because he can't hit anything. That's why he's not doing any damage. I see now. I see. It all makes sense. The kill XP at level 15 must be amazing though. Unless it's getting nerfed because of how low he is, which is a possibility. I didn't consider that. They're gonna aggro the entire boat. Yeah. That we might have some aggro issues. They want to go around the back of the boat, and maybe that stops that from happening, I guess. I don't know if that's gonna work out like that. But we're apparently gonna try to go left first. Captain Greenskin's gonna see them from 100 miles away. Yeah, we're gonna have problems. I think once we get up top, we're gonna have issues. We're gonna do at least one wheeled jump. I feel an incoming wheel jump. Oh god, did our buffs roll off? I have to rebuff everybody. That's gonna be like every fucking ounce of mana that I have to rebuff everybody. Oh god. Okay, let's just do it. And then cry. Because then I'm gonna have to heal everybody, then I'm gonna have no mana left. Okay. There we go, we're fine. Oh, it would be great if the wand dropped. I highly doubt it's going to. But yeah, it would be one of the few wands we can get that's better than what we have. No, the mace dropped instead. Cookie, we're getting all strength shit. Like, it's great when you have a group of warriors, I guess, but nobody seems to need anything anyway. It's a good mace. It's just not what we need. At least somebody needed on that one. Yeah, the tank needs that. That's awesome. Always happy to see a tank get upgrades. That guy just like opened trade with me and gave me a Siamese cat. I don't know. In real life, I'm allergic to cats. But also in real life, cats love me. And they know I'm allergic and they're like, they're all over that. Oh, that's cool. It's yeah, that's cool looking. I like it. Yeah, I have my dogs. Yeah, my dogs are just a bunch of work. I don't like animals. I've been like really active and like playing with my dogs every day though. Cause A, it gets me outside, and B, it makes it so that they're not complete assholes in the evening time when I'm trying to relax. So I have been getting them their exercise. We play fetch for like 3 hours a day throughout the day. But I don't really like my dogs that much. I'm not really a pet person. I know that's not a popular opinion to have on the internet. Everyone's supposed to love animals and love pets and oh my god, my pets are my kids. No. I have a kid. That's enough. My pets are not my kids. They're just animals. Animals that for some reason live inside of my human house. They're the reason I have to vacuum so much. They're the reason I have to wipe things down so much. Lucky for them, I like spending time outside. If I didn't prefer to be outside, then I don't know what these dogs would do. We'd probably have to rehome them. Because they would get nothing. I think I would like cats better if I weren't allergic. Because cats don't really require a lot of effort. You know, you feed them, you change their litter box. And every once in a while they snuggle, and like they don't really need a lot. They don't need to play fetch for 3 hours a day to feel happy, you know. My big dog thinks that I should go play fetch with him anytime I move. Anytime he sees me, he thinks, okay, let's go to work. And I'm like, dude, come on, come off it, you know? We've already been outside for 3 hours today. But he doesn't care. It's all he wants to do is fetch. The cats aren't like that. and even when cats need something, they can't really be pushy about it. My big dog can get very pushy. Like, he's part herding dog, so he'll try to herd me, like, out of the house. You know, he'll try to, like, round me up. And, like, try to, like, nudge my hand and nudge my leg. He'll come bop you in the back of the leg. Like, he's almost taking me down by, like, hitting me right where my knee bends. He'll bop me right in the back of the knee. And, like, you know, your leg will go to give out. He's very pushy. Yeah, it's anytime I stand up. Yep. And it's worse for me because I have trouble sitting still. Like, even when I'm relaxing in the evening, like, I have trouble sitting. After I sit throughout my day, right? We sit here, we play WoW. After that, I have trouble sitting for a long period, so I'm getting up all the time, and every time I get up, my dog jumps up. He jumps up. And he's like, oh, are we going outside? I'm like, oh my god, just chill out, okay? Please. This person's just, like, giving me stuff. Just keeps giving me stuff. I appreciate it. Stamina strength. Yeah, more warrior paladin stuff dropped. Yep, those are some good green legs. Absolutely. I've never come around the back of the boat like this. This has been a new experience for me. Never done it this way. And we've done lots of dead mines, and never once have I circled the back of the boat. So that's neat. Alright, here comes the tricky part. Can we get up to the top of the decks without pulling Captain Greenskin and all that stuff that patrols around? With a level 15 in the group, I would be shocked if we didn't have to jump to the wheel at least once. Amy, that's awesome. We will see you soon. I landed on a plane, Risen. She, you know, like the aircraft we've been using for the last 100 years. She's landed on one of those. This plane of existence, yeah. She landed on a plane. On a plane of reality. It's a good play on words. Did I let this guy die? Somebody let him die. I blame Amy for distracting me. Amy, I'm healing right now, honey. I can't just sit here and wand, okay? I gotta press healing buttons. I told you this that I would get distracted. Do we have res? No. No res. Ugh. Somehow they didn't blame me. Like, I just didn't heal at all. Best group ever. The tank goes down and the other warrior apologizes. Hey, I'll take it. The tank died and the other warrior's like, sorry guys, and I'm just like carrying on with my business. La-di-da-di-da, nothing to see here. Yeah, you don't have to, you can keep bugging me. I don't care about these people. These could all be bots for all I care. Now I will blame you when people die, but you can definitely keep talking to me. They didn't see me just standing there doing nothing or wanding, yeah. They probably thought I was making a concerted effort to heal. The shaman knows better, because the shaman has cast some heals, so he's looking at those health bars like, this guy is not healing. And nobody else seemed to notice. This is not, like, where we want to be. Yeah, let's move this party down here a ways, shall we? At least it's not a hardcore run, you know? Could have been worse. Oh, did we level up at some point? Like, I think I hit level 18 at some point. Oh, Jesus God. This is a wheel run. I knew it! I knew we were going to the wheel. Oh God, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, got him! Okay. Oh shit. I gotta back up. Whew! We're still getting blasted. We gotta back up a little bit. Oh God, the companions are completely broken. Oh, here we go. Alright, so what are we gonna do differently? The answer, nothing. We're just gonna do the same thing. Okay, we only got 2 enemies this time though. This is much more manageable. It's not just about healing, I also need to entertain you. Oh, is that what we're doing? Is that how it is? The problem is I don't know if I can heal and entertain at the same time. That's the issue. We've got 1 unnecessary death so far. Oh, guys, don't come up. Oh no. Okay, he's fine. Because he's a higher level. Okay, the shaman got through. Okay, if the other guy comes up now, he should be good. We should be fine. Do I want to drink here? Hey, we made it through this with just the 9 milks that we brought. I'm down to 5 milks. Somehow we made this work. I looted 2 milks. Oh, that's awesome. That works out. I didn't notice that. Yeah, for some reason we decided not to deal with the ads. It's fine, I guess. I mean, we dealt with them in a way. We got leather belt here, 50 armor and attack power, just like more druid stuff basically. I said we'd keep finding druid stuff, and we certainly have. Jake, welcome to the stream, buddy. Thanks for joining us today. Now see, that guy could have dropped a good chest piece for us. Nothing we wanted in here dropped. And I don't think the last boss has anything either. So there's that. I mean, we'll do more runs, right? Like, this isn't the only dead mines we're gonna do. So maybe next time all of our loot will drop. We need the wand and we need the chest piece. There's also a staff, but I think we get a good staff off the quest anyhow, so we don't really need the staff. We're probably just gonna like DPS the boss here too. This warrior is gonna get himself killed though. This guy, he's not the tank, but he keeps ending up tanking anyhow. He better hope I don't run out of mana spamming heals at him. I would let him die before I let the tank die. Like, I'll let him die, then the tank can resume tanking. I'll just keep bubbling him so it cuts into his rage generation. And maybe at some point he won't be able to keep threat.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Alright, we got him. Oh wait, there's the shirt. This shirt used to drop off of Captain Greenskin. Not off the last boss. I don't even need this. This is actually shitty. I mean, it looks cool. Do I want this? 11 spirit's a lot of spirit. We lose intellect. We gain stamina and spirit. I'm gonna take it. As a priest, do I want spirit? I feel like if anybody wants spirit, it's me, right? Like, a mage is not gonna want that. A warlock's gonna want stamina over anything else, I feel like. So maybe this is good. Spirit's good for heals. Yeah, I feel like this is good. I have to be level 19 to use the item. Oh shit. Okay. Well, that was a pretty good run. Ah, everybody left before I could even say farewell. People flee the group so quick. Just for the looks, yeah. It's a really cool looking chess piece. Obviously. Well, I mean, for my first foray back into healing, and with only coming in with 9 milks, I feel like we did pretty okay. I did get distracted a couple times. I fell off the bridge once. I let the tank die once. We had some problems. Okay, I'm not gonna pretend like we didn't. But I feel like overall it was pretty good. Now we gotta get ourselves back to town. We have the kill quest out here, but I don't think I want to work on this yet. We have a bunch of low-level stuff we can work on in Loch Madame before we worry about coming back here and doing the level 17 stuff. Oh, we got the lighthouse. Maybe we should go turn in our oil at the lighthouse. Do I have oil? I have 6 oil. I think the quest calls for 5. Let's go do this. Just this one. Just so I can stop carrying around the 5 oils. We were awarded a kitty cat. Yeah, we got a pet. So that's nice. I don't know what happened to him. I think he died somewhere. Keeper of the Flame. Yeah, here we go. We're just gonna turn that in now. This is all useless. We'll come back later and do his other stuff. What was that? Like, did you guys see that? Oh, this was a rare spawn. I thought this was the named guy, so I avoided him. But it's not a named guy. It's a rare spawn. He's only level 15. I'm gonna kill this guy. Where's he going? Oh, Jesus. What the hell is he doing? Bro? Are you okay? No, fuck that. Forget that guy. Oh, he probably had an epic on him too. I'm not gonna chase him all over Azeroth, you know what I mean? It's crazy, he's so fast. The cat just drowned in the swim across to the island. Arisen, that's gruesome. That's terrible. I'd like to think he just got blown up by a cannon shell in the dead mines or something, you know, something quick. And drowning is not a good way to go. He's running up and down the beach faster than I've ever seen a mob run. Basically no way I could catch him. He was trying to leash me. There we go. What a strange turn of events. The mob is trying to leash me, and it worked. I gave up and I ran back. Like a typical cat, he constantly gets underfoot. Maybe we smushed him last time, that's why he disappeared. I wish he would run a little bit further out to our left. That'd be cool. Or maybe lagged a little bit further behind us so he's not like clipping through my dress. Robert, those are robes, my dress. Howitz, welcome to the stream, buddy. It has been a good day. Thanks for joining us.
Well met. For the Alliance, go with honor, friend.
Alright. Staff of Westfall, 11 Spirit, 5 Intellect. Just right for us.
Light bless you.
And then we have the quest up top here. Oh, you know what, though? In typical me fashion, I did not loot this boss. And so we did not get that item. We'll have to get that next time. That is pretty typical of me. That's right, cats are a tripping hazard. I kind of forget that about cats, not having them. I mean, I have a little dog. He's kind of the same way.
Well met. Safe travels.
He's smaller than some cats, which is embarrassing. Let's take the two-hander to sell it.
Be careful.
Okay. I kind of want to just turn around and do another run. But I need things first. I think I need to take a short break. Let's go empty the inventory and let's stock up on a bunch of level 15 water. And so that we don't put ourselves right back into the same situation we were just in. Let's equip the new rod since we can do that. Am I still seeing a lot of people leveling this low? Yeah, I mean, we got into a Dead Mines group pretty easily. We see quite a few people just in the open world. Yeah, there's seemingly plenty of people leveling right now.
Greetings.
What they really need to do for TBC, which I'm kind of surprised they haven't yet, they need to do a Joyous Journey buff. That would get a bunch of people leveling alts in TBC. Alright, 60 is good. I feel like if 60 isn't good enough, then what the hell are we doing, right? These potions really aren't worth anything. It's nice, but like, I'm just gonna sell them. The inventory space I feel like is more valuable than having a pot that's gonna give me like 100 mana back. Alright, I feel like that's pretty good.
Go with honor, friend.
TBC is the new Wrath waiting room. Oh, stop it. Just stop it. Joyous Journey is not a retail buff. Joyous Journey was put into the game originally in TBC Classic. That was the first time we saw Joyous Journey. It was a 40% XP buff in TBC Classic, and that's where we first saw that. And it's been a staple of Classic ever since. And they just dropped it into Mista Pandaria. And no, a 40% XP buff in TBC does not make the leveling too fast. It makes the leveling feel really good. I would know because I've done it many times. Both with and without the buff. And the buff just makes it feel really good. And instead of it being 100 hours to get to the Dark Portal, it's like 60 hours to get to the Dark Portal. It's still a lot of hours. It doesn't make it go by fast at all. It just speeds it up in a way that's almost imperceptible, but feels really good. And so TBC definitely could use the Joyous Journey buff at any time. It would not diminish the leveling journey at all. And it just feels good. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to step away for a couple minutes. When we come back, I'm going to try to queue up for another run. See if we can do one more Dead Mines today and maybe get some actual loot. Okay, let's pop ourselves into the queue. We have no other healers in the queue. So potentially we can get an invite quickly. We could go try to work on the kill quest. Like, oh, well, we could just do this. There we go. Well, that's a start. We could head down that way. Could work on the kill quest a little bit. Although those guys might be pretty tough for us. This guy should do a roll check. Should do a roll check so we appear properly in the queue. There we go. I mean, if he's a tank and I'm a healer, I don't know why we don't have a full group already. Because it would be pretty easy just to grab some DPS if we really want to get this thing going. A mage, that's great. As long it's gonna be better as long as it's not 3 warriors. I think like a 3 warrior group for my first time back to healing was probably worst case scenario. Not that it didn't turn out okay, but not really the situation you want. I think I don't know if maybe the shaman was also melee. I feel like they were all in melee. And now we're going the opposite. Now we have a mage and a hunter. So that's going to make my life a lot easier. I looted the last boss. I just didn't loot the robot boss. For the, what is it called? The Gnome Speckle Sprocket. That's the boss I didn't loot. I got Van Cleef's head, I got the letter from Van Cleef, I got all that stuff. We got 2 mages. That might be like too many mages. It's on the shredder, not on the goblin that jumps out of it. Okay. That might have been where we went wrong. A lot of times I see loot pop up, and then I don't even think about clicking on the boss, you know? Because, like, the loot's already there. And I see the loot, and I'm like, okay, cool, looting is done. We have no one else here in the zone with us. Somebody else is on the way, but they're not even in the zone, so it could be a while. We could talk to this guy and grab the alcohol that he gives us for the quest in Red Ridge. And I think I already have the stuff from Stormwind. Cask of Merlot, I have. The Shimmer Stout, it must be for a different quest. Thunder Brew is what I need, and then I have to go to Goldshire at some point to get something from Goldshire. And then Duskwood. Probably be a good idea to spend my talent point. We're gonna pop that into wand spec. Yeah, the Shimmer Stout was a great quest, that's right. I don't know what that was. It was something from Brunel Village, but I don't know how I messed up getting it turned in. It's weird. Alright, we have somebody at the stone. I didn't see when they got there. I didn't see them in the zone at all. And then suddenly they're at the stone, so I don't know what's going on with the mini-map, or with the map at all. Sometimes I don't feel like I track players correctly on the map. But let's head over to the stone and get people summoned in so we can get the show on the road here. Maybe a layer change? Yeah, that could be what's happening. I don't really know. Somehow he got all the way down here without me ever seeing him on the map. The group looks easier to heal. Yeah, I mean, the last group wasn't hard to heal. Just certain pulls, they took a lot of damage because everybody was pulling threat. Should feel a little bit different this time. What levels do we have? Good question. Level 16 tank. That's gonna be painful. Level 19 mage, level 20 hunter, level 20 mage. The tank being the lowest level in the group is probably not great. It's probably not great. I don't know what happened to this mage. He's gone. He's gone. He's low on health and he's gone. Who knows where he is? The great thing about wanding is sometimes I get the last hit and we proc Spirit Tap, which is really great. Doesn't always happen, but it happens enough.
Please pay me for your help.
The hammer again. I don't think the tank saw the patrol. Yeah, he ran off. Good times. It's okay, we got this. It's the first time we've had the drink so far. Yeah, this is it. This is the first time. Only because the tank ran off without dealing with the patrol. Otherwise, we probably still wouldn't have had the drink there. We also proc Spirit Tap there at some point, which is nice. Even the melon juice is slow to fill up all of our mana. That must mean we're gaining quite a bit of mana. Let me go back. I'm gonna grab this tin vein. He cleared out the enemies. I need the tin, chat. This tank's gonna die. Ugh. I can do this. Nope. 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 Where is he? There he is. Yeah, just keep running. It's fine. Don't wait for a heal or anything. Just forge ahead. Oh, he didn't die, so he won't. He didn't even notice what happened. And the only way he's gonna learn is if he dies. But we didn't let him die, so... The only takeaway he'll have is that his behavior is absolutely fine, because he lived, so it's all good. What server is this? Thunderstrike EU. Is he just fighting over there? Yeah, buddy. No, buddy. Stop. Yeah, no. Oh. Okay, it's fine. He's doing fine. It's all fine. If I want it done better, I have to do it myself. And I can't heal and tank, so... Alright, this is the guy that I have to loot the mech to get the item for the quest. What's this add-on? This is nothing on your screen right now is an add-on. All of the stuff I've done is with the in-game edit mode. So like this being down here and looking the way it does, this is all in-game options that everybody has access to without an add-on. Nothing you're seeing on the screen right now is an add-on. I don't even have mouse overhealing set up. I'm just doing it all the old-fashioned way. Alright, there's the quest item, so that's taken care of. Another pair of the gloves. We already got these gloves last time, and I'm not convinced they're very good for us anyway. Well, yeah, details is an add-on. I just meant with my UI. I'm sorry I wasn't specific enough. Nothing in my UI is an add-on. There's not much left for me in Dead Mines. I want the wand. The wand is really all I want at this point. Now, am I going to get the wand? No, probably not. We hardly ever get it or see it on toons that need it. But we're going to try. Oh, we got the patrol this time before they crept up on us. That's nice. Galarak, good evening to you, buddy. Welcome to the stream, and thanks for joining us today. Yeah, the heal prediction is also all base UI. Yep. I'm just gonna stop wanding, guys. I just want you to know it's a conscious choice and not me being lazy. Every time I wand, I just pull shit off this tank, and it's not worth it. I'm not gonna bother with it. And maybe if we have a tank that grabs like good snap aggro, or maybe like this, it's one mob that's left, he's got aggro on it, then I'll wand it, but I'm not gonna try to wand throughout the pull. It's not worth it, and it seems like it's probably just distracting this tank. He's having to chase stuff that comes after me, and yeah, it's just a pain in the ass, basically. I have to bubble myself, that's wasting mana. I'm just not gonna do it. So the UI options are basically all the same. Now that we have edit mode in Classic, it's all the same. So the same options that you have in Retail are the options that you have in Classic, are the options that you have in TBC. Everybody got edit mode. They didn't hold edit mode back from any particular version of the game. I did one bubble. I put a bubble on him and I pulled threat from like every single mob. And I waited before I did it. I don't know what else to do to help this guy with aggro. Oh, I'll hit fade. Robert, you can fade. Oh, okay, I'll fade. I'll just fade on cooldown, okay, guys? How much mana does fade cost? 40 mana, that's not bad. It's probably better than getting myself killed. Does the hunter not have arrows? Oh my dear God. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with the hunter, guys. I don't know what's wrong with the hunter. Hunter, are you out of arrows? There we go. I don't know, guys. I don't know what his problem is. I mean, I like the aesthetic. He's melee hunting, so I like that. It's not viable. This is not Season of Discovery. He says, yeah. Oof. At least he admitted it. It's like he was probably sitting there hoping nobody would notice. I didn't notice. You guys noticed. He party chatted. Oh, I didn't see it. Oh, shit. Okay. I don't feel so bad about coming to last run without any water. If this is a world where hunters can forget ammo, then I just don't feel bad. It's been a long time since I played Hunter. That's fair. I don't care. His pet does most of his damage for him, so it's not like it really matters. A tier list for TBC healers? I mean, there's not much to think about. Like, they're all good. Priest is good, Shaman is good, I think Druid is good. I think all the healers are completely viable. I'm sure you could, like, power rank them a little bit. Usually healing only goes from, like, S tier to B tier. And typically it's balanced enough so you can play any healer. Send in the cat to fight. Go, kitty! I don't know if that's gonna help. Somehow, even though we don't have any warriors, there has been more healing to do in this run than last run. This has been much more healing intensive. Thankfully, I have a bunch of water for this one. Leather pants again. Those are druid pants or shaman pants or hunter pants, I guess. I don't know. Stamina and spirit. Who's taking them? Looks like the tank took them. Okay. That makes sense. It's as much druid gear as it is anything else. They're kind of garbage, but it's okay. Oh, the buff fell off. Oh, I hate it. It needs to be an hour buff. Or they could lower the mana cost to cast it. That'd be good too. I don't even have it on this bar. Nice. Level 19, so we can equip the chest piece now. Which is great. Let's go ahead and pop that on. That's going to be a lot more spirit for us. And spirit is regen, so very good. I don't want thorns, buddy. He gives me thorns. Yeah, that's what I want. I want it when people hit me, I want to get more aggro on them.
You there.
That's
Check
great.
out that noise.
I'm gonna go ahead and unclick that now.
We're under attack! Avast, you swabs! Repel the invaders!
Alright, I'll try not to fall into the water again this time. That would be cool. Well, he blew through my mana really quick by aggroing all these guys, since he's a pretty low level. Oh, he's fucked. Who's the backup tank? Would that be the pet? Let's get the pet in there. Yeah, let's send the pet in. So that guy did not make it. Not against all those mobs. It didn't help that he ran into the pack. Like he wasn't topped off to begin with, so he just kind of went ahead. But I was spamming my biggest heals at him, and we just went so there was no way to keep him alive through that. Like, level 16, maybe not a great level to tank this place. Just gonna throw it out there. The mobs here are level 20 plus. So everything's gonna be orange to him. It's gonna be rough from here on out. I don't know if we'll get this or not. If he's gonna take that kind of damage every pull, then we're screwed. Like, plain and simple, we're not gonna be able to do it. Now I have to make sure that I have full mana every single pull. Because clearly he's gonna need it. Don't wait for me or anything, you know, it's just that you just died. So after being rezzed from just getting murdered, it's always good to just run into the next group before the healer's ready. You just really don't want to be the, as a tank, you just don't want to be the lowest level in the group. That's all. You don't have to be like out level for the content, but you want to be on the higher end of it. Like, we'll be okay if he pulls smart. But if he doesn't pull smart and he's not watching my mana, that's where we're going to get into trouble. And so you can be under level, but if you are under level, it's like you have to compensate that in some way. You have to compensate that with better planning, with better pulling, and with just being more situationally aware, I guess.
You landlubbers are tougher than I thought. I'll have to improvise.
Yeah, he's pulling big groups but can't hold aggro. Right, right. So if you have an aggro problem, you just pull less groups. You pull less in the group. Try to minimize how many mobs you're pulling at once. Now, not holding aggro on the boss? I don't know. I don't know why he can't hold aggro on the boss. Probably because the mage is level 20 and he's level 16. It's a level problem again. I'm sure this mage loves to be tanking. There we go. And this time he dropped a one-handed axe, 2 strength, 3 stamina, and hit rating. There's a lot of good gear in here, there's just not a lot of good gear that we need. Like, taking a warrior through here, though, would be amazing. Like, taking a warrior through here, you'd get so much loot. One-handers, two-handers galore. All the weapons for a warrior. I have to remember that. Yeah. Gotta get a warrior through here. There he goes. Alright, that's not too bad. Yeah, when the warrior comes through here, it'll be all caster stuff. Maybe. The cool thing is some of these guys don't drop caster stuff. Like this guy we just killed, I think he always drops a weapon of some kind. It's almost like you're guaranteed to walk out of here with at least one weapon, you know? There's 2 two-handers that drop, there's 2 one-handers that drop, and that's what I can think of off the top of my head. There might be more than that. But I feel like with 4 weapons on the table, you're gonna walk out with something. So this time we're not looping around the back. It looks like we're gonna take the straight path. I would love to get Cookie first in case this group can't kill the last boss. Because Cookie is why I'm here. But it doesn't look like we're doing it that way. If this group doesn't kill Cookie, I will be very upset. I'm just gonna let them do their thing. I'm not gonna try to guide the group. He's going this way. There we go. He figured it out. There we go. We'll make it easy for him. We'll body pull this group and just make it really easy for him to make the choice of what to do next. That worked out. All your choices have been taken away. Nice. That's true, that's true. With 2 mages, the wand will drop. Yes, it will. So if the wand's gonna drop, it will drop now. We won't win the wand. You know, we're not gonna win it. I didn't think about that. And not with 2 other mages in the group, because everybody wants it. Now, the mages need it less than we do. You know, they don't need a good wand as much as a priest does. Doesn't matter, though, because they still do need it. It's still the best wand they can get, and they're gonna roll on it regardless. So yeah, this would be the time that it drops, right? It's never gonna drop when we're the only person in the run that can need on it. There it is. Cookie's Rod. I only saw our need so far. So it might be that we're rolling off against like one other person. We got it. We rolled off against one other person. We rolled a 78, they rolled a 15. Alright. Very cool. Boop. Bro, I wasn't ready to keep healing you. I was too happy about my wand drop. Whew, very cool. Now we don't ever have to come back here again. Very nice. Yeah. We're lucky to have won the roll. And now, like I said, I think that's the last Dead Mines run that we need. Not that the XP is not good in here, because the XP is actually pretty freaking good. And we're gonna come out of here like level 19 and a half. We really need to get this character into some Shadowfang Keep runs, obviously. That's what sucks about the Alliance side. Just absolutely sucks. Is that you have, like, no great way to do Shadowfang Keep at level with it. You have to run so far out of your way at a level when you would never be out that way just to do Shadowfang Keep. All of the best caster stuff is locked away in Shadowfang Keep. Like, I don't know how we're gonna get any runs of it, because nobody on the Alliance side wants to do it. Because you have to go at level 20, level 22, you gotta run through wetlands, you gotta run through the highlands, you gotta go down to South Shore at a time when you would never be there. But not only that, even once you're in South Shore, you still have a hell of a run to get where you're going. No, I don't need this. It's not better than what I have. Yeah, the Horde has better dungeoning. Unfortunately, it's always going to be true. Dungeoning on the Horde side is just better. It's every part of it is better. We could do BFD. Like, there's some okay caster stuff in BFD. And that's a bit more accessible. Not really to us, because we haven't been in Kalimdor at all. So both of the dungeons are going to be a pain in the ass to get to. I'm going to have to go way out of my way to get to BFD, just like I'm going to have to go way out of my way to get to SFK. I'd rather just do SFK. That's going to have, ultimately, it's going to have better loot. The problem is this, on the Horde side, the only dungeon on the Horde side that you can't do besides stockades is dead mines. You're not going to find Horde groups going out to do dead mines. But on the Alliance side, you're not going to find, you can't do Ragefire Chasm. You're not going to find a lot of groups that do Wailing Caverns. You're not going to find a lot of Alliance groups doing Shadowfang Keep. You're not going to find a lot of Alliance groups doing RFK and RFD. Like, all that stuff is just, like, it's in the Horde areas. Like, none of those dungeons are close to any place that the Alliance can go. Like, it's crazy. Oh, we have lag. I don't have lag. My internet looks okay. Well, nope, I lied. I lied. I got some lag, chat. We look okay now. I don't know why, like, I lagged and I got aggro. Like, what happened there? Did we just pull a bunch of extra shit? Is that what happened? I had a little bit of lag, and when I came back in, I was getting pummeled in my face. He still can't get aggro off of me. I have to fade. Just could not get aggro off of me at all. I guess I'll DPS now since I'm out of mana. Yeah, everything's in Horde territory besides stockades and dead mines. And they have a real... Not only is it in their territory, but they have really easy access to it. You know, they got flight points near it, they got hubs near it, they got graveyards near it. It's all really accessible on the Horde side. And on the Alliance side, it's not. It's a pain in the ass to get to any of those places. And so oftentimes you just don't find groups running SFK or RFD or RFK. Or Wailing Caverns. You just don't get to run any of them, really. You get to run dead mines. You get to run dead mines, and if you want to do Kalimdor stuff, then you can do BFD, but I'm not really planning to take this character through a lot of Kalimdor stuff early on. So I don't know if that's going to work out. I'm not harping on the tank, but his ability to generate threat is really bad. And it's just because of his level, I think. He can't really hit these guys consistently. I think they're orange to him. And because of that, he's not getting any snap aggro, and because of that, threat is going all over the freaking place. And it's just making my life more difficult, obviously. He probably feels fine about it. He's like, oh man, I'm doing a hell of a job. It's like, well, in a way. Why did they say run? I don't have any threat. I'm not in combat with anything, so I'm not gonna run. I'm not in combat because I'm level 19. I don't body pull the instance. Yeah, Mr. Santa, we got the wand and we got the shirt equipped. But we got Cookie's wand, that's the important part. Yeah, we should definitely fight these guys down here. I said I wouldn't walk off into the water. I didn't say I wouldn't fall off onto a lower part of the deck. What's my favorite part of playing a priest? Wanding. My favorite part of playing a priest is that we can be a melee caster, basically. Between Power Word Shield and a really good wand with going into wand spec, I love the auto attack on the wand. Just like dotting something up, wanding, and forgetting about it. It's the only caster you can play like that. My favorite part is falling off things, yeah. Not paying attention while healing and falling off stuff. Definitely ranks up there. My favorite part is being able to pull aggro off the tank with my wand. Yeah, somebody called it. There's the Emberstone staff for one of the mages. We don't need this. I mean, it's okay. I mean, to be fair, it's a really good staff. I'm not going to roll on it. We will leave that to the mages to decide who's going to get that one. We got one need. Yeah, it went to one of the mages. We only had the one need on it. That's nice. I like it when people get stuff they need. I like getting stuff I need too. Now we've got everything we need out of here. Alright, here we go. None may challenge the Brotherhood. Not with a level 16 tank, at least. Oh god, this is going to be bad. Okay, okay, we got a Frost Nova. We got people moving out of my line of sight, though. Which is no— Ah! No! Shit.
Lapdogs. Oh,
He just got out of my line of sight. I had to reposition. That's not going to make it any easier. Not having one of our mages with us. I mean, it might make it easier on me because it's less aggro going in less directions. I'm going to pump some wand damage into Van Cleef here and just hope for the best. We got more guards out. I have a guard on me.
fools! Our cause is righteous.
Shit. Am I gonna go before we kill Van Cleef? Maybe. That took care of one of the ads. Oh my god! Shit! Alright, we gotta wand him. We're gonna get him. It's gonna be close. And now if only his ads would vanish. Am I tanking these? It looks like I'm tanking these. Oh no, the mage has got him. We gotta put some DPS on them. This is bad. It's bad news. Oh, Dead Mines with a level 16 tank. At least we made it. We got to the end. Oh, that's nice. Nobody needs that in this group. Well, the hunter might need it. Oh, that's going to be really good for the hunter, isn't it? Oh, that's awesome. Let's drink so we can res some people. Oh, man. Well, we survived, you know. Somehow. Alright, we can hearth out of here, actually. Because the quest that we just completed, the only one we had left, actually turns in back in Stormwind. So we are going to do that. Very nice. Almost level 19 and a half. I was close. And this one turns in over in the Dwarven District. We can learn smelt tin. I think I have a little bit of tin that maybe we can smelt. Oh yeah, what about we had what did we have in the run, okay? We had a level 16 tank. Very scary. That's kind of a no-no. We had a hunter who immediately, right in the beginning of the run, he ran out of arrows. Didn't have any arrows. And then we had two mages that were just absolute aggro maniacs. And somehow we came out on top. Somehow the hunter still took top DPS, even though he was wielding a two-handed sword, which is my favorite type of hunter. Two-handed sword Raptor Strike build. Look at his Raptor Strike damage. Oh man. Whew. That was interesting. And we only downed 20 melon juice. At least we didn't go into that one with the 10 milks. We never would have made it. We also have to stop by the bank and drop all this stuff off at the bank. We got lots of bars to bank and lots of stones to bank and all that stuff for the future jewel crafter. Hunters are the best. No! Not that hunter. That hunter was... I mean, he did really good, but he literally went into a dungeon without ammo. That's almost as bad as me going into a run healing without water. You know, it's the same level of mistake, right? It stops you from being able to be effective at your job. I feel like the ammo is worse. Like, we got by. We had enough water to get by. He did not have enough ammo to get by. So I feel like that was worse. The fact that he still topped the meters, I don't really know what to think about that.
Pleased to meet you.
Pet damage is too strong.
Very well then.
Alright, let's go to the mining trainer and we'll learn how to smelt the tin. And then we have a quest to turn in over in the Cathedral Square area.
Here there. Off with you.
The cat survived this time. He made it through the whole run. What's the name of the quest add-on that makes them look good? That's Dialogue UI.
Hello. See you later. Have a good one. See you later.
Alright, that leads us into the Stockades questing. Boy, that was a lot of fun, and we got everything that we wanted out of it, so we're looking really good. We got a blue here, we got a blue here, we got a blue here, we got blue gloves. We are looking strong. Unfortunately, guys, I am all out of time for today. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I think I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not going to schedule anything yet. But I think I'll be on for at least a few hours tomorrow, and we will continue our adventures right here on this priest. I am having a really good time. It's cool to be back into a flow of healing. I dig it. So yeah, thanks again. As always, take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.